SLS, and all that kind of garbage. Usually look for natural soap. There are so many companies, and see that they don't have some shitty ingredients. I usually buy mine from Amazon, or there's some other company in my country that sells made from olive oil. So it really depends what I want. Usually the problem with supernatural things is they smell shit, but it's okay. Also, guys, I don't know if I have to say that, but deodorant is an absolute mandatory, especially if you live in a warmer country. So get deodorant. Or now you don't have to go with scented ones. Mine is actually unscented because I don't want it to clash with my cologne. Ace, what about compression shirts? Compression shirts, if you wear one, do that for the gym, and that's a maybe. I think it looks gay. I don't know. I'm an old-fashioned man. I think dressing too tight looks gay. So that's my view on it. Okay. What about teeth? Oh, that's a very good point. Right. Absolutely. Thanks for reminding me. Teeth. Your teeth should be clean. Your teeth should be always. Your breath should always smell fresh. Now, some people I know are against toothbrushing. I think that's absolutely retarded. Brush your teeth two times a day, morning and before you get to sleep. And if you go out on a date, do that before date as well. Brush your teeth. I know people are going to ask me about toothbrush or whatever. I'm using a normal one, but I've been told by a very good friend that who's a dentist. He told me get an electric one, but I didn't get a time to just get one. I don't know. But if you have an electric one, it's good. I heard it's much better. But he said the most important thing about an electric toothbrush is it has to be 3 or 4D. I don't know what's the difference. It means it's rotating, but it also goes sideways and forward and backwards. So it just like it cleans your entire tooth. I don't know. I don't know specific brands. I'm not an expert about toothbrushing, whatever. So do your research, find one. But I think most electrical toothbrush are absolutely excessive. Like there are some brands that charge you like $500 or some shit. I think that's way too much. So no need for that. In terms of toothpaste, I like non-fluoride ones, but I'm not going to get into this rabbit hole that is poison or whatever. I just don't like it. Also, guys, if you have bad mouth odor, usually it comes from your tongue. Many people don't know that. They're like, "Oh, I'm brushing my teeth, but my breath still smells like shit." So it's usually because you have some shit on your tongue. Now, if your diet is good and you still smell bad, guys, get a tongue scraper. It's super cheap and super helpful and super useful. You would be surprised how much junk gets off your tongue, and then what a drastic improvement it makes. So absolutely get one. Also, you can use a mouthwash as well. And somebody recommended to me, like that dentist friend, he said, get a Cylon, like a water Cylon, like a jet stream. And so it's like water jet on your mouth to clean all the teeth and everything. I don't have one. I didn't try it, but it sounds interesting. But yeah, take your mouth hygiene very seriously. I also carry mints with me every single day. Like whenever I go out, that's in my pocket. Before I get a meeting, before I meet somebody, pop one up. I I have one next to me. It's called Mentos Clean Breath. It's nice. I don't know. I like it. It's very effective. I don't like what is like gum, chewing gum. I think it looks barbaric. I don't know. It has no class. I never saw a rich man just chewing gum. It looks low class. So don't do that. Do you have any tips how to get brighter skin? I have pale complexion. Why would you want to brighter skin, bro? Looking tan means looking healthy. Barbara once asked me about doing something with eyebrows. Mine are fine and natural. Does anyone do it and why? Is it a gay thing? Look, maintaining your eyebrows is fine. Like get rid of unibrow, like the part in your middle, the up of your nose. That's okay. But some are going like too extreme and starting to make the eyebrows look a little bit too feminine. I don't recommend touching the way your eyebrows look unless it like they're too long and the hair is going upside down, it looks untrimmed. So you can trim it, but no need for that. I don't recommend that. I it actually reminds me of some guy who told me about grooming, but he said, "Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know, why do you trim your eyebrows too much?" He said, "Well, how did you know?" I was like, "Bro, you just look gay. It looks gay." A man has thick eyebrows, but it should look nice, not thin one. Thin eyebrows is for women. Ace, what supplements do you use? I don't really use supplements. I don't need that. In terms of supplements, people think the more the merrier. You don't want more the merrier. Go get a blood test, see what you're missing, see what you're under supplementing, and then you're good. Ace, how can you tell if your breath stinks? Just smell your breath, or let somebody else smell it. But usually when you get close to people and they back off, that's a good sign. You can ask a friend maybe, and hopefully they're honest enough. But usually, if you take care of your breath, you should be good. Gum is gay. I agree. Can you please summarize the call? Yes, I will summarize it. Any tips for getting ripped? Yeah. Eat less, work out more often. Guys, any fitness tip, any training tips, anything related to nutrition, don't come to me. I'm not an expert on that. I'm just do what Alex tells me to do. So go to the fitness campus and speak to Alex. Alex is the absolute expert. He knows what he's saying. So go speak to him. Okay, more questions. Looking tan doesn't look healthy. It looks like you damaged your skin. Well, if you say that, it means you probably overdid it and you got some burns and you look like shit. No, getting a tan makes you look healthy. Pale people don't look healthy. They look like they didn't leave their mama's house. Do you know any way to whiten your teeth? Yeah, so that's actually a good point. I wanted to mention it as well. The thing is, you can buy strips from the pharmacy that are supposed to whiten your teeth. I didn't have very good experience with that. I think it just made my teeth feel more sensitive. I didn't like it. Just go to the doctor, go to a dentist like every once a year or something, and he will take care of that. And it's not that expensive, actually. Now, I did try something a few years ago. I don't remember the brand. I ordered it online, but it's actually something that you mold the shape of your teeth and then put some gel on it and use some what's it called? It has some light. You put light in your face, like ultraviolet or something, and it whitens your teeth. It works. Whitening toothbrush, toothpaste, I don't think that they work very well. It's much better to go to the dentist, and that's it. Okay, next one. I'm starting special forces selection very, very soon. Did bro? I don't know. I don't really recommend getting into the military. What's your opinion on creatine or protein? Look, don't look to different things that you don't even know that you need. Okay, you don't want to overdo that with shit. But creatine is very safe. Protein is just extra protein. It's not harmful, but you probably don't need that. Best place to get clothes? I don't know where you live. It's a tough question. But guys, I don't want you to think that you need extremely expensive clothes. I don't dress expensive clothes also. Once you're in shape, most clothes that you're going to wear just going to look good. But try to look for something that has good quality. Now, I don't really like the garbage that you can buy from H&M or something. I go for a little bit higher end. And I tried actually recently to buy shirts from, what's they called? True Classic. I always saw the advertisement. I think they looked funny. So I gave it a try. I'm actually impressed with the quality. They're kind of good. Ace, will you tell us about turning our screens black and white screen and stuff like that? Yeah, that was back in the previous challenge. Now, if you want to go a next step further in healing your brain, then turning your screen to grayscale actually helps. You would see that once your phone screen is on grayscale, you actually want to check it less often. It's crazy how it works, but colors just keeps our attention. Whenever you see advertisement and everything, you notice that it has so much color and that it makes you hooked. That's why they use so many bright colors. But when you turn things to grayscale, you just don't want to look at it as much. So if you have a phone addiction, it can actually be very good. So that's a bonus task. If you want to do that, do that. Ace, what about tanning beds, red light therapy if it's winter? I never tried any of that. I don't recommend tanning beds. I think most of them are absolutely trash and it's very easy to catch skin cancer with that. So I don't recommend tanning beds. Maybe if you do it on very, very low frequency for a very short amount of time, it can work. It's usually women who tend to overdo things. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Don't really need that. And also, if you have no sun where you are, it doesn't matter. Still go out, guys. The sun gets through. It gets through the I don't know what the clouds. That's fine. Don't worry about that. So actually, sun rays, there are three types of rays, right? Only one kind is getting blocked by the cloud, but there are still more. The sun's still getting through. Okay, what else? I traveled to the UAE from Syria. I don't care. That's too long. I'm not gonna read that. How can I get rid of my acne? It's all over my arms and shoulder. Fix your diet. It's usually a diet thing. Go get a blood test and see if your hormones are out of place. It can be hormonal. But once you fix your diet, you're getting a little bit of exercise, you're eating a healthy, then your hormones should take off themselves, but that's not the usual case. Like it can happen that your hormones are all messed up for whatever, I don't know. If you're taking additives or taking pills, I don't know. So go and get your blood tested. I actually need to order a blood test as well. It's a good reminder. What do you think about coffee in the third eye? I don't know. If you like coffee, drink that. Most people tend to overdo that. I remember all those guys, like every single morning. Oh, you know, I still get my coffee. I'm so excited. I'm so exhausted. Without coffee, I can't function. I can function without coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't need that. People develop too much reliance on coffee, and coffee doesn't energize you at all. Coffee just makes you feel less tired. That's all it does, and you can get addicted to coffee. To me, coffee just makes me feel, I don't know, fidgety and anxious. I don't like it. Ace, would you recommend using perfumes? Yes, absolutely. You want to smell good. Smelling good is attractive. You have to understand how female biology works and human biology as well. When we judge people by appearance, it's not just they look good. We are getting clues that are going to our subconscious. When you see a woman, like she has let's see, a clear skin, long hair, she looks curvy, bigger tits. It's not because those specific things are attractive. It means they display to you and the world that this woman is healthy, this woman can bear children, she's fertile. This is what makes her worth, let's say, more attractive and worth your time and effort in the world. So always keep that in mind. When you show that you're clean, when you show that you smell good and everything else, you just show that you're an healthy man. This is why you don't want to look nasty with dandruff and scaly skin and all of that. It shows that you're unhealthy, and nobody is attracted to sick people. Because sick people means if you go with them, you're going to have sick offsprings. So don't do that. Yeah. Look your best, guys. Look your best. Ace, you can lick your hand and palm and smell your saliva. If it smells, you have bad breath. I don't know. I never tried it. I don't really like licking my hands. Although I have like OCD. I'm super clean. I wash my hands like so many times a day. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm sure you can smell it. Most people just breath in their hand and try to smell it. Whatever. I don't know. If you keep your mouth hygiene in check, I'm sure that you're going to smell good. Opinion on perfume? Just do whatever you like. Do you recommend to use sunscreen? No, no. Sunscreen is poisonous. I don't think people need sunscreen unless you're going to the sun for too long. Now, if it's summer and you go to the beach, don't stay at the beach for too long, especially not at the first time, because your skin need to get adjusted. But if you go for like 30 minutes in the sun, etc., that's not going to harm you. You're not going to get a burn. Any tips dealing with attractive females? I don't know what you mean. What does dealing with them means? I'm used to fasting and I don't feel weak while doing that. Is it okay to continue fasting? Yes. Your diet is your choice. I don't know. Would you recommend mewing for a good face structure? I don't know. I never looked into that. I don't think it works for you. What about haircut and hairstyle? I covered that back in the beginning of the video, like way earlier. Haircut, get what fits your face. If you can afford that, go get to the best barber possible, have him give you an haircut, and just replicate it with a cheaper one. Ace, I checked through classic tees and they are mostly made out of polyester. I don't know, it says mine are full cotton, so I don't know. I'm not actually afraid of polyester, although I know that some people say it's bad and everything. Luke actually recommended a very while ago that I switch to bamboo shirts. But I think cotton is good enough. All my shirts are cotton. Many of them have, so I don't know, some spandex to make it stretchy. I don't think that's dangerous. Guys, once you take care of the absolute basic, like your diet, your exercise, your blood, whatever you need, like in terms of supplements, if you need them, I think that's enough. And you don't have to worry about the small things like wearing some shirt with polyester. That's not going to make you sick or something. I don't believe in that. You can be very healthy even if you wear polyester and you brush your teeth with whatever fluoride toothpaste. That's all paranoid man garbage. That's what they call majoring in the minor. That you worry too much about the little things and you skip on the big things. Once your diet and lifestyle and everything is in absolutely check 100%, then you can consider trying the extra things and see if they make a difference in your life. But yeah, focus on the things that you can change now that are much easier. What do you have to say about smoking weed? So weed is poison. So one of my best friends, he was actually admitted to the mental asylum because of weed. I know that people say, "Oh, weed is just a plant; it just makes you relax." No, that's a drug for everything. That's brain altering drugs. It's extremely dangerous, especially because people think it's innocent. Absolutely not, guys. Weed is a disaster. Yes, alcohol is not very good either. I agree with that. Overdoing alcohol, that's bad too. But weed, it's you when you so when you drink alcohol, you know it's bad. You're okay with that. But when you smoke weed, you think you're actually doing something healthy for yourself. Like, oh, I need to calm down. Go get a cup of water. Go for a walk. Don't smoke weed. That's shit. It gave my friends, like old friends, tons of anxiety and panic attacks, and one of them was admitted to the fucking mental asylum. And this guy is not some idiot who buys weed from shady people at the corner, on street corners. He's a millionaire. I mentioned him in the previous call. He's a millionaire trader. He just used to do it after a very stressful trading session, just smoke some weed to relax. But it fucked him up. It took him like several months to get out with permanent damage. So I don't recommend weed at all. Yes, you have African ancestry. Partially. What shops can you recommend to buy quality tight black t-shirts? I don't know, depends on you where you live. My favorite ones are actually from Pierre Cardin. I don't know much about this brand. I just found it once. I tried it and I was, oh, they look good. They fit well. The cut is good. They feel nice. So I just immediately bought like 20 or something. Yeah, if I find something I like, I just overbuy it because the problem with shirts is they get dirty very quickly. I really like white shirts, so they get dirty extra fast, and they get yellowed or something. I just throw them away. And it brings me back to dressing your best. If you have some clothes that don't look clean or don't look well and they look old, toss them away. Always look fresh, always look nice. And should you cut girls out? Are they too much of a distraction? Women are a distraction, absolutely correct. But if you have a girlfriend, don't dump her because oh I don't, I'm too busy. I'm going through a challenge. You don't have to dump your girlfriend, but you just have to keep her in check in terms of time that you invest in her. You want to invest your time in your work and you invest time in improving yourself because if you don't do that, then eventually she will dump you. And then you're left without the work and without a woman. So always remember that. Your money won't leave you. Your girl probably will. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm not at all for being a monk and isolating yourself and all of that sigma male bullshit and all of that kind of oh you don't need women in your life. That's like the counter feminist shit. That's shit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be an isolonist, like a lone man. There's no need for that. If you have a good woman, keep her. If you have a shitty woman that gives you too much drama, remember the first exercise in this program. If she's shit, throw her away. Because I'm sure that your ideal version of you doesn't take shit from anybody. It doesn't matter if it has a dick or a pussy. So if your woman gives you shit, throw her away. Okay, I think we're kind of good. That went for quite a bit, more than an hour. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Yes, sir. Let's see what else. Guys, once you go through the military boot camp, like in military in general, it's very hard to shake it off. You always remember that. It etches on you forever. Ace, when you were a special forces guy, you must have gotten sick at least once throughout hours medium fever. Yes. And if not, it's the same. It's still work. Well, it depends. Now, most of the times you're just pushing because you don't want to be a pussy and say, "Oh, I feel too weak to do that." So I got sick during the boot camp, and I started to got actually very sick. I got what's called pneumonia. I pushed myself hard, and it was when we got cold and we kept pushing, and it was shit. I got super sick, but I kept pushing until I couldn't, and then they brought me to the doctor, and he gave me some days, gave me some rest. Said, okay, don't push yourself too hard. You need to rest. And actually, when you work out too hard and you go into so much stress, you are weakening your immune system. So when you're going toward the stress and weakening your immune system, you're actually making it worse. You're making your disease last much longer. So it's better if you can't function, get some rest properly, and that's fine. For me, I was sick for like a week or something, a little bit, a week and a half, but then I was back in action. But I made sure that I'm not going to miss on the important stuff. My my military boot camp, it wasn't just hardcore physical things. Like, of course, there's the physical stuff, but there was so much content that was beyond physicality. Like they were teaching in class, we're sitting in class for a respectable period of the day, sitting, writing, listening to lectures, like practicing things that are beyond push-ups and basic exercise or shootings. There's much more to it. I don't know what it is in other military units or whatever. I'm just saying my experience. We were studying a lot, like a lot. Our unit was extremely capable and smart people. It wasn't some basic combat unit. So there's that. I hope I answered your question. Okay, let's see if we have some good questions later, and if not, I will wrap it up. And prepare your questions for the next one. Also, I hope you guys didn't forget that I told you to rewrite your code, right? The kind of manual. So you have to do that. You're not getting away with it. Is it okay if I drink 1 cup of coffee every day as a 14-year-old? I don't really recommend drinking coffee. So if you want to drink, drink. If you don't do that. I like water and tea and sparkling water. I don't like black coffee. Can you speak about the etiquette? What kind of etiquette? Like there's table etiquette, there's dating etiquette, I don't know. What about Andrew Tate? Why can't we smoke cigars? Bros, do whatever you want once you're Andrew Tate. Really. Right now you're not Andrew Tate. And if Andrew Tate was in the military bootcamp, he wouldn't be smoking as well. Although there were people in the military that's smoking a lot. But usually don't have that much time for that. In the military, how did you keep your energy consistent? Sometimes I feel tired all the time and my eyes get blurry when working a lot. First of all, ensure that you get enough sleep. That's the first thing. Next up, ensure that you get enough water. Then get your blood test done and see if you have any deficiencies. Next, if you get super tired, it's okay to get some rest. Back in the military, we didn't just train since 5:30 till it was night. There were breaks in the middle. We were having breakfast, we were having some lunch break. Now lunch they give us like 2 hours. Well, it actually depends because that's a large military base, right? And we're taking turns into the dining room. So when you go into the dining room and they give you like 30 minutes to finish your food or something, or even less, depends how busy it is. And then you have like another like an hour or something to just rest or do whatever. Some people go to smoke, some people go to sleep. I like to get some rest. So you got some sleep, like an hour of sleep, recharge yourself. That's fine. It was absolutely fine. Understand, guys, you have to understand that we're not machines. We're humans, and it's fine to feel tired and go take like a 30-minute, 40 minutes break, get some rest, recharge yourself, and then you're back fresh, ready to crush it. So if you feel tired, don't feel bad if you need to get some sleep to catch up with that. It's absolutely fine. What else? What else? Breathe air. Yes, absolutely. What about orange juice? I don't recommend juices because it's very easy to overdo it with juice.